Dear student, welcome back to the another class of the accountancy. Our chapter going on is chapter 6, retirement of the death of the partner. So in the previous class I taught you about the different types of amount payable to the retiring partner. That was the point 5 and point 6 adjustment of capital has been deleted from your syllabus for this academic year. So there is no need to study adjustment of capital. After that the topic comes is the death of partner. Okay? So as you all know that retirement can be planned, but death of the partner cannot be planned. It may happen any time in the academic year. Sorry, in the accounting year. It may happen any time, at any point of time. You can't plan that thing. Okay? So, accounting procedure is almost same. Accounting procedure is almost same in case of death like retirement. Okay? There is no change in the accounting procedure with regard to the payment to the partner in case of the death. It happens almost like retirement. Accounting procedure is almost same. Now the question arises is the computation of amount due to retiring partner. Sorry. Here we will say deceased partner. So computation of amount due to deceased partner. So all amount as we discussed in case of retirement can be given to the deceased partner or as mutually agreed between them, because as I continuously telling you since last year, that Indian Partnership Act gave us the liberty to draft your own agreement between the partner, otherwise the provision of Partnership Act 1932 will apply. Clear? So whatever is mutually agreed between the partner will be given to the deceased partner. The only difference is that in case of retirement, the amount will be handed over to the partner, retiring partner, or his loan account. But in case of deceased partner, deceased means here dead, partner is dead, so he is not physically available to take over the payment, so his payment is forwarded to his executor. Okay? Now his payment is forwarded to his executor. So his account is also prepared in the same way. All the provision we will discuss it again. We will get to the deceased partner. What he will get? See, balance of his oblique her current oblique capital account. Okay? Any share of reserves and accumulated profits. Okay? Revaluation profit. Share of goodwill, share of profit from the date of balance sheet to the date of death of partner. Okay? These all items will go to the credit side of partners, deceased partner capital account. Now see what will come on the debit side. So debit balance, of his oblique her capital oblique current account. Okay? Any share of accumulated losses revaluation loss, existing goodwill, and share of loss from the date of last balance sheet to the date of its that will be debit. So there are certain items which will go to the credit of the deceased partner capital account, and there are certain items which will go to the debit of his deceased partner capital. I can show you in the form of account also, no problem in that. Okay? First of all, you should understand this story. Now I am drawing the capital account of deceased partner. Deceased partner capital account. Okay. So first of all, we will write the favorable balance of his capital account. Then by journal reserve or any type of reserve is there, that will be given by revaluation, and if profit is there, clear? By goodwill, by share of goodwill, by profit and loss suspense account, that is from the date of balance sheet to the date of his death, by interest on capital, if any agreed between the mutually agreed between the partner, by salary, bonus, commission, if any agreed between the partner. Clear? Now by cash bank account. Sometimes it is possible that firm has to take back money from the deceased partner. Clear? His debit balance is more than his credit balance. In this case, the money can be asked from that partner or the legal heir of that partner. Now come to the debit side. If there is any debit balance of the deceased partner, clear? Due accumulated losses to revaluation loss, to goodwill, if there is any existing goodwill that is loss and that has to be written off, to profit and loss suspense, if there is any loss from the date of balance sheet to the date of death, to drawings, if any partner has withdrawn the amount, to interest on drawings, if it has been mutually agreed between the partner. Now afterwards the total is made with the debit side and with the credit side, and debit is subtracted. If any amount has to be paid, so that has been given to deceased partner executor account. The only difference is that in the retirement of the partner, this amount is forwarded to the retiring partner capital account, or retiring partner If you are making payment immediately, write to bank, otherwise it is transferred to his loan account. Clear? Here the partner is that he is not physically available to hand over the payment, so here we will write the word to deceased partner executor account. In this way the deceased partner capital account is prepared. I am again revising you the favorable balance of his capital account, any share of general reserve or accumulated profit, by revaluation profit, by goodwill that has to be given by continuing partner, by profit and loss expense if there is any share of profit from the date of last balance sheet to the date of death of the partner, by interest on capital if agreed between the partner, by salary bonus, commission, etc. In that I have written by cash. If debit side is more than the credit, sometimes it may happen that the deceased partner has to give back something to the farm. Generally, it is not required, so I am erasing it. Generally, it is not required. Okay? Now again, if there is any debit balance of the partners, deceased partner capital account, to accumulated loss, if any loss is given on the asset side of balance sheet, to revaluation account, if any revaluation loss is there, to existing goodwill given on the asset side of balance sheet, to P&L loss suspense account, if there is a loss from the date of balance sheet to the date of death of the partner, to drawings, if any withdrawal has been done by the partner, to interest on drawing. If credit side is more than the debit side, the balance is forwarded to the deceased partner executor account. In this way, it is prepared. Okay? And afterward, it is entries, journal entries made. Deceased partner executor account debit to cash oblique bank if the final payment has been done to the deceased partner, otherwise it is transferred to his loan account. Clear? Now I am erasing this. Now the topic which is required to be studied over is calculation of deceased partner share of profit. Okay. The first point is time basis. If this basis is used, so this simply means the profit has been arisen. Profits are assumed to have been arisen uniformly over the year. Okay? For example, your books of account are getting closed on March 31st, and partner has died on June 30, and previous year profit is 24,000. So if profit is 24,000 for the full year and we are using time basis, this means profit has been arising uniformly over the year. So for the 3 months, the profit is assumed over here is 6,000. 24 divided by 12, 2,000. For 3 months, profit is 6,000. And from this amount, the share of deceased partner is calculated. Okay, I am solving one example over here. One example is given. Ram Manohar and Joshi were partners in a firm, and Joshi died on 20th February 2015. His share of profit from the closure of last accounting year till the date of that will be calculated on the basis of average profit of 3 completed years before that. So profit for 12, 13, 14 were 80, 90 and 1 lakh. Calculate Joshi share of profit till the date of debt. Clear? I will give you a photo of this. Don't worry for that. This numerical. So this is example 37. So first we find out average profit. That comes to 80,000 plus 90,000 plus 1 lakh divided by 3. That comes to 2,70,000 divided by 3 equal to 90,000. Okay, this is the average profit is given. Okay. Now we have to find out estimated profit. Estimated profits. So 90,000 into 2 by 12. That comes to 15,000. Now out of this you can find out Joshi's share of profit. So 15,000 into 1 by 3. So that comes to 5,000. Okay. In this way you are supposed to see. Here the complete year is given, dates are not given. So I assume that and books of accounts are getting closed on 31st December. So this is the way to solve time basis. Now next is turnover or sales basis. Turnover oblique sales basis. Now if profit till the date of the debt is to be decided on the basis of sales or turnover. So we should know the sales for the previous year, sale up to the date of the debt. Clear? In this way we are supposed to find out. See one example here. ABC are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 2 to 1. B died on 30th June. Accounts are closed on 31st March. Sales for the year ended March 15 amounted to 3 lakhs and sale of 1 lakh amounted between the period 1st April to 30th June. The profit for the year ended 15 amounted to 30,000. Very good, no problem. What we are solving over here is the second turnover oblique sales basis. Okay. So there are 3 partners A, B, C. The ratio is 2 to 1. Okay. B died on 36/15. No problem. So sales for the year, that means up to 31/3/15 is 3 lakh. Okay. Sales up to 30th June 15 is 1 lakh. It's already given in the numerical, no need to calculate it. And the profit is 30,000. Okay. Now see, if the sales for the year is 3 lakh and the profit is 30,000, this means profit percentage is 10. Clear? Profit percentage is 10. 3 lakh is the sale for the whole year and profit is 30,000. This means profit is 10. Now we will see sales up to 3 months is 1 lakh. So profit up to 30th June 15 is 10%. So 1 lakh into 10%, that comes to 10,000. Now find out B's share. 10,000 into 2 by 5, so that comes to 4,000. Okay. In this way you are supposed to solve. So there are two bases of calculation of the profit. First is the time basis and second is turnover and sales basis. I have explained you both the things. Now you can solve numerical. There is no other thing. Rest all the treatment as same as like the retirement. Thank you. Happy learning.